Hi, welcome back to our channel Shaha Computer Education Center. In this tutorial, we will learn how to create a drop-down list with the help of data validation. In previous tutorial, we have learned it with simple drop-down list with text. In this video, we will learn static drop-down list with name range. So let's begin the tutorial. So in this sheet, we have employee database, which we have used in the last tutorial. So in the last tutorial, we have created the drop down list of gender. So here we have three items, male, female and other. So let's go to data validation. Here we have type male, comma, female, comma, other. And this male, female and other leaving the commas is shown here. But if you have 1, 2, maybe 5 or 10, then it will be easy for you to create this type of data validation. But if you have more item for the list, suppose 20, 50 or 100, then it will be very time consuming to type one by one in the data validation. So I have already created a list of department and designation. So in this case, we do not need to type this department or designation name again on the data validation. So first clear this data validation, select the range and click data validation, and here the selection contains more than one type of data validation. Erase current setting and continue. Okay, then click here, it is any value. Okay, and delete these items. Delete. Now in the department, we will select the range, then go to data validation, and there are two ways to do the data validation with already created list. Number one, select the list, click on the source, then go to settings and select the items and then click OK. Now you can see the names of department is in the list. And the second way is, first go to setting and create a name range for this designation. I select this and then go to name box, or in the formula name manager and new, any of these option you can use. If you want to know more about name range, then you can click the icon button on the top right corner and get the list of videos in which name manager tutorial is given. So I will not use this, just go to name box and type designation or designations, enter. So you can see here list designation is appeared, and when you click it is selected. And now go to employee database, select the designation area, and now click data and data validation. Select here list, and you can type the name range, that is designations, or press F3 and select the name range designation. OK. You can see here name range appeared, and now click OK. You can see all the designation appeared. But here, if a new department or designation is added in the list, it will not appear in the drop down list. So let's see, I have added here H and R, that is HR department, and here HR manager. So go to employee database. Now in the department, we cannot see H and R, and in the designation there is no HR manager. In that case, you have to update this data validation. So first select the range, go to data validation, and here you have to see it is selected up to row 7. You can see here 7. You can delete this one and select, or just delete this 7 and type enter, that is up to row 8, and then OK. Now you can see the H and R department, and here we have used designation, that is the name range. So in that name range it is not added. Let's see again. Go to settings and click on the designation, this area is selected, HR manager is not selected. First you have to update the name range. For that, go to formula, name manager, designation, select the designation, and then here you can see it is up to row 12. So you can select this and delete 11 and type 12, or delete it completely and select this one, the total range, and OK. Then close. Now you can see here the HR manager. So this is one of the drawback, that if I want to add a new department or new item in the list, then we have to change the range every time. So for this, it is better to create the static drop down list if you know that your list will not increase. But in case you know that your list will increase day by day, then you should not create static drop down list. You have to create a dynamic drop down list. So in the next tutorial, we will show you how to create a dynamic drop down list with name range. So if you have any queries or problem regarding this tutorial, you can comment me in the comment section. I will reply you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and want to watch the next video, then subscribe our channel to get the notification when I upload the next video. Thanks for watching the video until end. See you again in the next tutorial.